That's great intro music, wouldn't you think? Hey, it's me again, Fanfiction Dreamer, and I am back to finish up or continue the rest of my Ratchet and Kim Possible fanfic. Kim Possible, the Extremely Secret Files. And last time I have told you that how far I've come last time is how much I've written when I wrote this story 10 years ago. And after returning from my 10-year hiatus, I have finally been able to write out the rest of the story. So, how about we get started? But before I do that, I just want to let you know that there will be a few times in the story in which I will show clips from the game, which I feel would tie in with the story very, very well. And I hope that you would agree with me. Okay? Now for real, let's get started. First, let me check. I thought I had this figured out. No, wait, of course I didn't. No wonder why. Didn't I? Yeah, I got it. I just need to shut off the display. My thing. Okay, now to continue with the story. Within approximately 2 weeks, they arrived within the Bogon Galaxy. Ratchet had donned a new outfit. Kim was back to wearing her mission clothes. Ron and Clank stood beside each other while looking at both Ratchet and Kim. Ron was also in his mission clothes. Okay, I just received intel from Mr. Fizzwidget about... Ron began snickering again. Ratchet looked at him tensely. Ron, noticing Ratchet's annoying stare, stopped snickering. Sorry, it's still a funny sounding name. So, anyway, I have intel from him about the thief's whereabouts. Kimberly and I will head out there now. Kim pulled out her communicator. Wade, let me know if you have found any of the pieces of my dad's shuttle during the mission. Got it. I'm locating all of them as we speak. I will let you know where they are as soon as I can. And while you guys do that, Clank, Rufus, and I will be chilling out at that sweet new penthouse on Metropolis. Oh yeah! I am also looking forward to this. Alright, we're all set. Let's go, Kimberly. Ratchet walked off. We'll see you later, you guys. Enjoy your time off. See ya, KP. Have fun on your missions. Do not go off doing anything, inappropriate, you two. Kim looked at Clank in an annoyed and somewhat confused manner, then walked off after Ratchet. Kim and Ratchet left the cruiser on Ratchet's ship. Ron and Clank left on another shuttle. Nearby, Shigo, in another ship, noticed both ships leaving the cruiser, and tailed Ratchet's ship from a distance, far enough away for her to not be noticed. Ratchet and Kim took a long flight to a far-off planet called Aranos. As soon as they arrived, Kim switched on the comm link. This is Ratchet and Kim reporting. Are you there, Mr. Fizzwidget? Mr. Fizzwidget responded. Yes, I copy you. What is the statistics on the pursuable? We're on final approach to coordinates 37 Alpha. We're on pursuit now. Good luck. I'm counting on the both of you. Affirmative. Beginning radio silence. You ready, Kimberly? As ready as I'll ever be. Okay then, let's do this. They arrived on a large frigate and boarded immediately. They got out of their ship and began fighting their way through. There were several robots in their way, but they handled them with ease. I bet you would go through this quite a lot. Give or take. To be honest, I have been starting out, but I felt like I've done this my whole life. They kept fighting through until they managed to find the experiment in a small cage. There it is! Let's grab it and get out of here. They rushed over towards the experiment as fast as they could, but were both caught off guard when the wall behind it opened up, revealing two robots and the thief. Both Kim and Ratchet held their hands up as the thief pointed his blaster at them. I see it's time to update my security forces. Whoa, hey, no, look, I'm just here to fix the transflexor coil. Kim nodded as she had a nervous grin on her face. One of the robots grabbed the caged experiment and handed it to the thief. Nice try. Give my regards to Megacorp. The thief was about to walk out. Who are you? And why did you steal that experiment from Megacorp? Because what they plan to do with this thing is a huge mistake. What do you mean? No more questions. Finish them. He banged his head on the door of the air chute. Both of the robots laughed, which caused him to point his blaster at them. He then jumped out, leaving Kim and Ratchet to fight off the robots. Guess we're getting out of here the hard way. They fought through several more robots. Along the way, the communicator went off. Kim pulled it out. Wade! Oh, whoops. Forgot one thing. Let's not forget that iconic communicator ringtone. Hey Wade, what's the sitch? Kim, I just want to let you know that I've been able to locate all of the pieces of your dad's space shuttle. Really? That's great! Are they anywhere near our current location? Unfortunately, no. But there is something that I need you to do for me. I'm still planning on looking into more alien technology. Anything that you are about to grab or show to me would be greatly appreciated. Okay. This ship is chock full of alien technology, so I'm sure I'll be able to find something of that caliber. Kim and Ratchet continued fighting through the frigate. Kim held out the communicator along the way to the very end. As soon as they soon stopped in front of a ledge. There, they were caught off guard by a few more robots. They both then looked at each other. Ratchet then held out his hand towards Kim. Should we get out of here? I don't see why not. There's nothing else here for us. She reached out for his hand, and they both jumped off the edge together. Ratchet, with one push of a button on his glove, called for his ship remotely, which arrived for them immediately. They both fell into the ship and flew off. They both did a high five with each other as the cockpit window closed on them and they left the planet. They were soon flying through space. Something tells me that's just about as easy as it's going to get. Yeah, I would think so too. Good. Because that was nowhere near challenging enough. Oh, I agree. The fun part hasn't even started yet. Should I call up Mr. Fizzwidget and report to him on what just happened? Wait, I should call up Mr. Fizzwidget and report to him on what just happened. She did just that. This is Kim and Ratchet checking in. Are you there, Mr. Fizzwidget? Incredulous! I didn't expect to hear back from you. So soon. There was a slight problem. The thief escaped with the experiment, and we have no idea where he was heading. But don't worry, sir. We'll find him. But of course, I just received an emission that may lubricate the matter. And this is the part where I show the cutscene. One of those cutscenes.
Do you have any maps for this quadrant of the galaxy? You bet, mister. We got galactic maps, 3D maps, pull-outs, cutouts, maps to the right. Could you hear this? Perimeter defenses deactivated. You forgot to change.
That was good. Where's the one? Where was I? Robots. So yeah, that footage you just saw, that was part of the cuts. That was part of the game. After that scene, they were on their way. We're on it. The transmission was shut off. Didn't that seem kind of suspicious, the way Mr. Fizzwidget said that he didn't expect to hear from us again? But then added that last part so hesitantly. Nah, old guy's probably senile. Don't worry too much about it, Kimberly. A suspicious look grew on her face. As they have spent another long flight to their destination, planet Uzla. When they landed and got out, they spent a few short moments looking around. Okay, whose dumb idea was it to build an outlet on a swamp-covered planet? Kim pulled out the communicator. What is it, Wade? Kim, I have taken the liberty of using the data I've analyzed from the alien technology, and I have designed a few pieces of equipment that may be able to help you out. Do you know how you'll be able to send them? They're on their way now. Suddenly, a small mechanical device showed up right near them. They noticed it almost immediately. What was that? What is that? It's a little something I've been working on for a while now. It's my automated distribution vendor. It's able to transfer any and all of my devices to you guys via a transporter that I was able to develop. All thanks to an actual transporter that I have analyzed, of course. So, what devices do you plan to send our way now? Well, this one device that I have just finished will help out with collecting the pieces of Dr. Possible's space station. Transported from the vendor was a sphere-shaped container the size of a volleyball. Kim pulled it out of the vendor and observed it for a bit. That container is able to hold objects much larger than it. You can use that to contain the shuttle pieces. Terrific! I was wondering how we would be able to carry all of them around. Speaking of which, I'm picking up a signal from one of those pieces near your location. It seems to be coming directly from that outlet over there. All right, we'll keep an eye out for it. She tucked the communicator away. That Wade of yours really can work to your advantage. I know. He has always played a very important role in all of our missions. Okay, let's go find that first piece. They began their trek through the treacherous swamp-filled area. Along the way, there were a few megacorp researchers that were in peril, but they could not be saved. This made Kim very uneasy, but Ratchet did all he could to alleviate her unease, as they both knew they had to continue on. They eventually arrived at the outlet. Kim pulled out her communicator and checked on it. That first piece should be somewhere in there. Okay, let's find it quickly. While we're at it, let's keep a lookout for any intel regarding the thief. They made their way into the outlet. As soon as they entered, they saw that the entire place was wrecked. This place has seen better days. A signal from the communicator went off. Kim checked on it immediately. The signal from that piece is this way. Come on! They rushed off further into the outlet. They ran into and fought off several mutant creatures along the way. The place was indeed very messy, and there were many obstacles in the way. But they persevered. They kept going until they were stopped by exactly what they were looking for. The first piece of the shuttle. There it is! All right, we found it! Kim walked over towards it and grabbed it. She then pulled out the container and placed the shuttle piece into it, then tucked the container away. That's one piece down and only several more to go. That was way too easy. Ratchet then noticed a monitor nearby. He walked up to it. Kim followed after. They watched as Mr. Fizzwidget appeared on the monitor. Of course. Ratchet? Kim, come in. Do you read me? Copy, Mr. Fizzwidget. We read you loud and clear. So what's the sitch? Listen, both of you. I have some new information on the experiments with the wherewithal. The thief was indemnified at Megacorp's Mactar Resort. Also, the thugs have towed a moon-sized jamming ray into the Mactar Resort orbit. And you want us to take it out of commission, right? Affirmulous. It's deconfabulating our annual Gladiator broadcast. As he went on and on, Ratchet and Kim exchanged looks in a manner in which they've taken notice of Mr. Fizzwidget sounding like a nutcase. See for yourself. Alright. Oh, come on. Sorry about this, I'm still... Okay, yeah, it's good. This is the cutscene that officially made me fall in love with the Ratchet and Clank series. Not this one.
Ask yourself, are you man enough, hero enough, insane enough to stand in the ring with two of the fiercest warriors in the galaxy? If you answered yes, you're a big, fat liar. But that's okay, because Megacorp is bringing galactic gladiators into your home for a special Mega View event. First, it's survival of the fittest in our bio competition. Be there as Chainblade unleashes his fury on our gladiator guest contestants. Chainblade has gone undefeated in 500 straight matches, but if the bio division doesn't do it for you, our robotics division will. Taste the adrenaline as contestants face off against our four-armed bandit, the B2 Brawler. No living creature is a match for this machine. Watch 6 tons of Carbonox alloy hunt for its prey. There's no consolation prize, because this bad boy's programmed to show no mercy. So, what are you waiting for? Call now to bring Chainblade and the B2 Brawler into your living room. But put away the fine china. The Galactic Gladiators, only on Mega View. Call your provider now.
I remember that scene all too well. The first time I saw that, I was cracking up. That's but a taste of the wacky personality that the Insomniac people have. And they've incorporated a lot of that into this game series. So yeah, they watched that entire thing. An arena match, huh? Sounds interesting. Kimberly, you wouldn't mind partaking in something like that, would you? No big. I can handle anything. I've got the coordinates. Over and out. They proceeded towards the nearest exit. Just as they were about to leave, the exit closed on them. They were completely sealed in. What the? They noticed something pass by them very swiftly. Who's there? A figure maneuvered around the entire chamber. Within a few moments, Kim caught a glimpse of a familiar glow. A familiar green glow. It can't be. The figure, revealing to be Shigo, landed directly in front of them. She stood up straight with her hands on her hips. She looked at Kim and Ratchet in a displeasing manner. Shigo! You know something? I told Dr. D that there was a good chance that the two of you would arrive here in this galaxy, but he never considered that a possibility. But sure enough, here you guys are, proving once again just how annoyingly idiotic Draken can be, not to mention how much of a headache it is to get through to him. If he annoys you so much, then why do you still work with him? Believe me, I've asked myself that same question, so even I don't know. I take it you were sent here to prevent us from finding the pieces of my dad's space shuttle. You've got that right, Kimmy. Her hands began to glow. No way you're foiling Draken's plans this time. We'll see about that, Shigo. I'll handle her. You try finding a way out of here. Be careful, Kimberly. Ratchet rushed off while Kim began her fight with Shigo. Ah, the space rat just called you by your real name. Only because I asked him to. Within an extensive amount of time. As Kim fought with Shigo, Ratchet searched the entire room for a way out. Come on, where is it? With an extensive amount of time searching, he was able to find an exit. Ah! Found it! He then smashed it open. Kimberly! This way! Kim broke off her fight with Shigo and rushed out with Ratchet. Shigo went after them. As they ran from her, Kim pulled out her communicator. Wade, Shigo has found us, and she is hot on our trail. Do you have something that could help us out with losing her? I think I may have something you can use. I'll send it to you right now. Wade's vendor appeared, and transporting from it was a small flute. Kim grabbed it and looked at it closely. A small flute? What am I supposed to do with this? It's a dragon boat whistle. It can summon a creature indigenous to the planet you're on, known as the dragon boat. You can ride one and use it to get away from Shigo. They eventually stopped in front of the swamp's edge. Oh no, a dead end! Well, here goes nothing. Kim blew on the whistle. A strange lizard appeared from below the swamp waters. I'm guessing that's the dragon boat. Kim grabbed onto Ratchet. Come on, Shigo is right behind us. They both got on the dragon boat, which reacted immediately to them jumping on it and moved itself further into the swamp waters. Shigo arrived at the swamp's edge, stopped, and stared out at them as they got away. They looked back at her as she stood by, infuriated with losing them. Huh, that was very clever, Wade. Kim looked at her communicator. The communicator. So sorry. Thanks, Wade. This whistle really helped us out in a pinch. Glad to hear it. Let me know when you need anything else from me. Kim put away the communicator. The dragon boat brought them all the way back to the ship. They got off before it sank back into the water. Now let's head over to that space resort. They got back into the ship and left the planet. Meanwhile, On Megapolis, Clank, Ron, and Rufus were still hanging out at the penthouse. Ron was resting his head on one end of a sofa as he was looking through a menu. Clank was getting himself pampered. I wonder if I could get the Chimarito combo, or perhaps the queso fresca special. Rufus, what do you think we should get? Nachos! I don't know if they have... Wait! There's an item on this menu very similar to the taco nacho combo. No way! They do have nachos on this menu. Rufus, you think we should grande size the order? See! Okay, let's order them now. Oh, you two and your insatiable appetites for unhealthy, non-organic food-like substance. What is this, your fifth order of that horrendous rubbish you call sustenance? Hey, being on another planet makes me homesick. At least the food we've been ordering here is helping us deal with being far away. Far away from Earth. I just can't believe that they have food here in the Bogon Galaxy that's almost completely similar to what we get from Bueno Nacho. Ron got himself up. I think I'll go make the order now. He walked off towards the next room. At that time, Clank could hear a knock on the door. Yes, may I help you? He walked up to the door and opened it. He was then snatched away. Ron walked back in. Hey, Clank, since we ranked up some orders, we get an additional meal free. Is there anything that you would... He paused as he realized that Clank was missing. Clank? He looked around. Clank? He began to scurry around the penthouse. Clank, where are you? Clank! Meanwhile, back in space, Ratchet and Kim made a long flight. They made their way through the Whoopush Nebula, hammered by countless other ships that seemed very, very interested in giving them a serious beating. After the barrage, they arrived at the Maktar Resort. They landed. Ratchet jumped out. He looked back and noticed that Kim was hesitant. Hey, Kimberly, you coming? Oh, yeah, I am. She jumped out and looked above her. She seemed very sidetracked. Ratchet was concerned for her. You okay? Yes, She continued to stare out at the stars. This is really beautiful. Is it always like this for you guys that, travel through space a lot? Ratchet stood right next to her. Well, yes. He stared out at space with her. You are right. The stars and the planets, space truly is a sight to behold. Perhaps when we're done with our missions, we could come back here or maybe go someplace else where we could stare out into space, much like what we're doing now, just the two of us. No, Kimberly, I would love to. They stared out at space a little more. They then went on their way and continued with their missions. Along I think I've done enough for now. I'm going to try and make these videos shorter since the previous one I made was a little more than an hour long. But next time, when I return to doing this, I will be introducing two very iconic characters. And something I'm sure you will be surprised to see are very much part of this story. And You'll find out who they are next time. So, until then, see ya! I think I'm getting better.